Good morning, class 6. Hope you all are doing great, good and fine, taking care of yourselves. Festivals are coming. Winter is also coming. It's quite getting chilly. It's nice weather. I hope you are taking care of yourselves and keeping safe. You and your family as well, everybody. So today we are on course book English, uh, section 2, 106, page 106. Twins who climbed the Mount Everest. It's a non-fiction. This excerpt is taken, or this extract is taken from a story. It's adapted from the extract Avril Nunes. It's about Tashi and Nungshi, twins, Malik. Twins Tashi and Nungshi Malik followed their passion and became successful mountaineers. People who climb mountains are called mountaineers. They faced their share of difficulties, overcame them, and climbed the Mount Everest. But what inspired them to scale all the major peaks across the world at such a young age? What inspired them? They became mountaineers. They went over. See, everything has got hard work to do. If you work hard, you can achieve anything in life. Anything. On Everest, pretty much every step we took was dangerous. One step wrong, you are dead. That gave us the sense that death is nothing, says Tashi Malik, the younger one of the twins. Aside from the Mount Everest, the girls have conquered the 6 peaks at Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa, Mount Elbrus, Europe, Mount Aconcagua, South America, Carsten's Pyramid, Oceania, Mount McKinley is in Alaska, and Mount Vinson Massif at Antarctica. Imagine they have completed all. They are not feared of anything. Death. While climbing the Mount Everest, one step you make wrong, you are dead. So what is death? We are not scared of death. Sense of death is nothing. One mistake and you are dead. So it's better you go on. Death will happen, happens. Let's see. We have to be daring in life. That's the Josh. Aside from Mount Everest, they have successfully conquered 6 peaks around the world. They do not see any mountain as too small or big. We respect each mountain for what it is. Then there is their cautious approach, careful approach to avoid any problems or dangers. Intensive research, rigorous training at the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, and the fact that they don't give up easily. First, you have to respect what you are going to do. Respect the mountain. You are going to climb that mountain. You want to respect it. Oh my God, what a beauty. It's nothing big or nothing small. Mountain is a mountain. Respect it. Give that respect to it. And then they do the research, how to climb, the weather, the parts of climbing. In extensive research they do. Rigorous training goes on for different mountains, different training is there, different climate is there. At the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. And the fact they don't give up easily, they accept all challenges. They flew into Nepal in March. Took 10 days to walk to the Everest base camp. They walked for 10 days. You have to go on trekking in April. You have to walk to the base of the Himalayas. You have to go there to the Mount Everest. It's called the base camp. They spent around 2 months getting acclimatized. Acclimatized means getting accustomed to the weather. climate conditions, adjust yourself to the weather conditions. That's the weather condition you're going to stay for quite a long time. And finally summited Mount Everest at 7:30 a.m. on 19th May 2013. After 4 strenuous days, they took 4 days to climb the mountain. 8,848 meter peak would be particularly challenging for the girls who had previously only scaled 5,000 meters. It would be also the first time that they would need to use oxygen. Their path to the summit meant crossing 10,000 foot crevices on the Kumbh icefall, surviving on water and soup between Camp 1 and 2, as anything more made them nauseous. The 70-degree Lhotse face at the Camp 3, the bitter winds in Camp 4, also known as the death zone, setting off for the summit in the dark, proceeding without guides when their Sherpas went missing in the action. The 3 never-ending ridges before the Hillary Step, the avalanches in the night, fellow climbers turning back just 100 meters from the top, losing fingers, toes, and even their lives. But it's not all doom and gloom. Up in the mountains, the view of the rising sun was too beautiful to describe and brought us hope, the girls recall. Four days. You have got camps, you have to go and camp at camp number 1, camp number 2, then slowly you have to rise, you have to see the weather, what are the conditions, what is the snowfall happening, what are the avalanches, suddenly you have snow falling all over. You will get covered up. Like a snow earthquake it happens. Everything starts moving, snow suddenly starts falling from top. Frostbitten, fingers get bitten off because of the ice, of the cold. People die, people fall off. So many people have gone 1,000 feet they have left and they have come away. 1,000 meters left and they have come away. And they had only scaled 5,000 meters before. Now they are scaling 8,848, they have done it. Crevices. Crevices are huge openings in the mountains. Suddenly you see opening is there, you fall straight in, you will die. Full of ice. On the Kumbh ice fall, surviving on water and soup only. Between Camp 1 and Camp 2. Made them vomity. When you don't eat food properly, you feel vomity sometimes. You try to vomit when your stomach is empty. And the 70-degree Lhotse face at the Camp 3. ~70, just automatically straight like that. 90 degrees this, it will be 70 degrees. You have to go up. Sherpas with the guide used to go with the team. Take food and carry their stuff and all. Make camps. Got lost. Never ending ridges, high peaks like that, like a chain of long narrow hilltops or mountains. You have to cross those and to get up. Tough thing. I'll come back in the next video.